Hi, it's Janine Turner, and welcome to Front Porch Philosophy. How you doing? Are you ready to go retro? Have a little conversation? Let's cultivate some conversations, shall we? How are you? Okay, welcome to Front Porch Philosophy. You know what we do here at Front Porch Philosophy? What do? We take a deep breath. Are you ready? That's what we need to do in this earth, in this crazy earth. So I want to share something with you today, and it is about faith and prayer. Now, you know, I have my God on the Go minutes, so if you haven't found those, they're a 1-minute daily inspiration. It's all over my social media. It's also at Janine Turner's Front Porch Philosophy YouTube channel, or it will be soon. But they're my God on the Go 1-minute daily morning inspirations. And it was interesting because this morning when I was praying, I got this thought about praying throughout the day, that praying, and I kind of do anyway, right? But that I really should pray throughout the day. And so I was thinking about that. And then when I was recording my God on the Go minute, I just said, okay, I'm going to open the Bible, God, and wherever, I read the Bible all the way through, and I read it through again, and I'm usually consistent with how I read it. But today I said, God, I'm going to open the Bible, and you tell me, you let it fall wherever you want it to. And it fell on this page where the life application study part talked about that the monks pray 8 times a day. Can you believe that of all the pages of my Bible, that's where it opened? To the monks pray 8 times a day, that we need to create a rhythm to our prayer. And I thought that's really, really, really true, because we have all these rhythms of negativity and just information, and it makes us so tense. And so we pray in the morning, we pray at night, whatever. But like praying throughout the day with a rhythm, creating a different kind of groove, to combat all of this. So in my God on the Go, I talk about praying in the morning, and then at 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, just to pray every 2 hours. How amazing. And it doesn't have to be fancy. And I talk about a lot this week on God on the Go about how to pray and things of that nature. But just the act of thinking about prayer, and then saying a prayer. It doesn't have to be long, but just praying, a rhythm to our prayers. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. And that leads to, hey, have you subscribed to your newspaper yet? I get the Wall Street Journal, but you can get whatever you want, and I'm not being paid to say this. And I'm not talking really for all the politics. I'm talking about more for the life and arts, book review sections. They're really so incredibly interesting. Wall Street Journal does a great job with this. And this one is an article, who was it written by? I always like to have to give credit to the writer, Elizabeth Bernstein. And it's the Wall Street Journal, October 10th. Yeah. But it talks about when to go with your gut and to listen to your gut. And it talks about the fact that when you're problem solving, or trying to figure out a decision to make, that your subconscious will continue to work on it later. So it talks about, and it also talks about how you feel at that moment when you have to make a big decision, which is why, the famous saying, sleep on it, 24 hours later, whatever emotional mood you might be in the minute will kind of carry the decision that you make. Whereas the next day you might be in a different emotional mood and you might have made a different decision. So really interesting to take your time with decisions. It talks about making a pro and con list and to think about the decision. But then it talks about walking away from it. And getting away from it completely. Don't watch TV, don't do the radio, go take a walk, go do some yoga, go do something relaxing, sit on your front porch, do back porch, whatever. Just get away from it. Get your mind, I don't know, music to me sometimes that helps me, music. Just go away from the problem, and get your mind off of it, and then your subconscious will continue to work on it. Really, really interesting thought, isn't that? I really think that that's very interesting. So it talks about all these things that we've talked about here. But eat well is another one, and I'm a big believer in eating well. I don't drink. I gave that up when I was 23, and I've never done drugs. But I don't drink caffeine or wheat or dairy. And trust me, I wish I could, but my body just won't accept it anymore. But it talks about eating well really helps you make good decisions. That when you don't eat well and eat a lot of overly processed foods, that it sends the body into sort of a anxiety, and your brain doesn't work as well. And you could think that's kind of hokey, but I have found it to be so true. I cook all my meals now. I don't eat anything that has more than 1 or 2 ingredients in it. I don't eat any more fast food, and I wish I could. but I don't. I have to cook all my own food. But that's the way we used to, right? It's really much more nutritious for us. But anyway, I thought I'd share that today. It's philosophical, yes. It's about how can we be better better individuals, how we can be better in our society, because if we make good decisions, we're going to be much more, well, we're going to be a better citizen, aren't we? So I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. And if you have a big decision to make, just remember the subconscious is working on it. Do a pro and con list and then walk away from it. Do take 24 or 48 hours and listen to yourself. But I believe even a step, listen to what God has to say about it. And the wonderful thing about that is that we have this ability to pray, and pray is sort of our petitioning to God, and meditation is listening to God. But also get on a regular cycle of prayer. If you pray, if that's for you, get on a regular cycle of prayer, a rhythm to our prayer. Just think of those monks, right? 8 times a day. Don't you wish sometimes, I do, that we lived in these very small communities where the church was just right there and you would go to church a couple of times a day and check in? That's still something that I think we've really lost that as a society. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, philosophical day.